This is the Little Cow Palace, and it is 9 months out of the year is used for indoor storage here on the coast. That's in high demand. And then 3 months out of the year we prepare it, and it is used during fair for the rabbit poultry barn and the goat facility. We also do a small show ring in there and some demonstrations with the kiddos. So it's used 12 months out of the year. This is the judging pavilion. During fair, this is our livestock show ring and auction ring, and throughout the year, the rest of the time it's used for dog obedience and dog agility classes. They meet 4 or 5 days a week out here in this arena. This is also the barbecue area and the smoked fish area for the intertribal gathering. They do their fish natively. They dig a pit and put them on skewers and have a fire under them. So it kind of is also could be anything your imagination can do in an outdoor covered arena could be held here. This is the BMX bike track, and they have probably 100 kids entered into this, and they do practice 2 to 3 times a week, and at least once or twice a month they have a meet out here, and we've had some regional meets, so at that time up to 300 kids come and use the track. So it's really a good thing for the kids to be able to do, to have a spot to come and utilize some of their energies. This is our newest addition, which is a garden. Before this began, this had been for years a filled dirt area, so it was just nothing but dirt and a dump site, and we took 12 loads when we started pulling it all back out to the recycling and the dump center, and we have now created this garden that is an educational garden and a community garden also, and some of the schools come out and plant beds, so it's a real community involvement. We have also a native plant nursery on the back side of it, which is highly successful, and it's all the native plants that can grow in this area, and it's very well established. The timber industry donated all of the wood for the deck and the beds and the fencing, so everything in there is redwood. We have a lot of deer out on our fairgrounds, so our entire area is covered, the garden is covered with deer fencing, which was all built in-house. We have a workshop over here and a craftsman that helped us design and build our garden. Our garden was funded by a $350,000 SNAP grant, so it's all for education and community use. We have a great deck in here that the Redwood timber industry donated all the funds for. So we also are advertising redwood versus plastic decking and the positives about that and trying to help with the timber industry. We have a great deck here that has been created, and it's big enough. We do wedding receptions, and we had a small wedding in here. We have the arbor and the roses and everything. So for an outdoor wedding, this was a great site. We also have a pond on our property, which was buried under all of the fill dirt. We dug that back down to native level, and it runs into Ryan Slough. So we're working with the Fish and Wildlife to make sure that our water gets filtered as it runs off of our grounds and trickles down into Ryan Slough. So it's also an educational project that will be posted in signage, so when people look at it they can understand how to create a pond on their property that can purify your waters. This is a continuation from the garden, so this is our next project. We have a conceptual drawing of what we'd like this to be like. At this time we kind of are using it for the 4-H kids, for if they live in town and would like to have an animal. We let them raise their animal out here and trade for some demonstrations and talks. We have a hatchery and a chicken coop in the back, and we have raised things, hatched things such as turtles, pond turtles, because it's a endangered species here, and our hope is to start raising them and having the schools take them on as projects and raise them and hatch them and then maybe release them. So we're working on some projects with the Fish and Wildlife on ways to integrate this into the school district. So, but this area will turn into something that can be utilized, a kitchen area and a place for a reception from the garden. So if you have a wedding in the garden, you just move over into this area and have your reception. We have a wood shop in here currently, and Joe Duckett with Turtle Mountain Design. He does a lot of the specialty work around here, and this is a door actually for the cidery that he's finishing up. Joe's also Nature Joe, so we're in the middle of starting a nature school, and he has a marine touch tank and a lot of reptiles, and we're just moving forward on that one. So before long, we should have a nature school, a natural resource school out here.
Hi, I'm Nature Joe, and I'm standing here in front of the future site of the Nature School. And the Nature School will be a place you can come and learn about how we interact and live with nature. You'll learn about animals and gardening, growing food, eating food. It'll be a fun affair. We'll have camps and summer camps and after-school programs and all kinds of fun things to do with the family, with the kids, and by yourself.
Yes, we also have a ball field, Redwood Acres Field. It has housed the Babe Ruth team, the Humboldt Crabs has played here, the Renegades, the B-52s, so it's had semi-pro ball teams on it playing games. So it's a really big piece of history here. And we also house the Redwood Acres batting cages and Redwood Recycling Center in our parking lot across the street. This year we added a new LED reader board, which has been great. We can do live streaming and photos. If the races are going on, we could actually do the races in action. Big step from the metal signs that we would put the magnetic letters up on. We also have a really nice RV park, full service here in the Redwood trees. So it's just a real nice place for people to take a break and come, and then also they can go to events if they like to here on the grounds. We have 52 spaces. It's utilized year-round, from the crabbing and the salmon fishing in the winter until all the events and everything we do throughout the summer. So it's been a good asset for the fairgrounds. This is our largest hall. This is the Franceschi Hall. This houses roller derby, the Gem and Mineral Show, the Intertribal Gathering, the Humboldt Artisan and Humboldt sponsors. It also holds some major quinceañeros, and some of the Hmong Society do major events in here. So this is busy every single weekend out of the year. I don't think I have a green expo, I have a home show, so I don't think I have a weekend open probably in the entire year at this point. This also is my commercial building during fair. It's home of the Best of Humboldt, which is all local products that we showcase, and also youth entrepreneurs. So it's a very, very busy building. This is the Arts and Crafts building, and it is used for probably 100 people maybe in there, probably 15 booths during an expo can go in there. So it's just used by small meeting gatherings, and the shot clinics with the health department come in there. So smaller uses, a great building, but a little bit smaller uses. This is the east end of the Turf Club, and it's the newest business that is beginning to call Redwood Acres their home, and it's Fusuikon Martial Arts and Gymnastics, and he does youth and adult programs. He does special events, he does tournaments, summer camps, and seminars. So it's really a neat thing. There's every night of the week he's busy out here with kids and adults, and a really good program. That completes our tour of Redwood Acres. We hope that you'll come and enjoy some of our events that we have out here and be a part of it. And if you have any other ideas on ways to utilize or be involved in Redwood Acres, just contact us at redwoodacres.com.